Hello everybody, it's Tommy and welcome back to another creative sim for the Disney Save. Today we're going to be working on Prince Adam slash the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. So without further ado, let's get started. Beast is actually going to be a vampire, so obviously I think we would want to make Beast into a werewolf, but as of right now we do not have werewolves in the Sims. I'm really hopeful that we're going to get the opportunity to make him into a more proper werewolf form, but for now I decided to go with vampire just so that we could give him two different forms. We could have the Prince Adam form, which is the one that you see at the end of the movie, and like his primary human form, and then for his vampire form, something that is resembling the Beast without being able to use a lot of those things that hopefully a werewolf pack would add, like horns, teeth outside of the mouth, fur being the biggest one. So basically I'm saying right now we only have vampires. I'm making do with what I have. I would love to be able to come back and update the Beast and actually make him look a lot closer to how you would recognize him from the movie, but I hope you like the version that I have created here today. Beast's aspiration is soulmate. He is a gloomy, self-absorbed bookworm, and he's also going to have the uncontrolled emotions added trait that comes from like parenting. He's obviously married to Princess Belle. He is a vampire and he will be a freelancer royalty career, which is that career that we talked about before that we have a lot of the Disney princes and princesses kind of already a part of. Prince Adam was once cursed by a witch trying to teach him a valuable lesson. In his younger years, the prince ruled as a greedy, arrogant, selfish royal. He would throw lavish parties for the upper class and neglect the needs of the people he ruled. The enchantress cursed him to look as ugly as his heart was. His curse makes him into a hideous monster that stalks the night. In his vampire form, he is almost animalistic, losing his human side entirely. Prince Adam still struggles with his appearance and lack of humanity in his altered form. He can be extremely hot-headed, cynical, and have irrational mood swings. He often feels extremely guilty for his actions and words, but is too proud to ever apologize. Underneath it all, Prince Adam has begun to learn the error of his ways and find his human side again. Ever since he met Belle, she's become pivotal in teaching Adam to always show kindness and rule the kingdom with a softer, more gentle touch. He will be a part of the Disney Princes Club. Prince Adam enjoys the finer things in life. He loves classical music, hosting lavish parties at the castle, and having big, extravagant dinners. When he's willing to let his softer side show, you'll find him reading in the library with Belle, strolling the gardens, and bird watching. He will be a 5-star celebrity with a neutral reputation, so that you can kind of take it either way that you would want to. Now, to get into the Beast's design and his appearance, so like I said earlier, we have Adam, who is the prince and his more human version that we literally only get a glimpse of at the end of the movie. So I highly encourage you to go check out him if you haven't seen a picture of the Beast in a while, because I definitely had to think about it. He's not as like this form of him, and when you think of him as like a character, it's just not as prevalent as his Beast form. And going into this, I'd have to say, like, I was so nervous, and I'm still not entirely happy with how his Beast form has turned out here at all. I obviously think that his Prince form is a lot better. It's a lot easier for me to replicate. We had basically everything that I would have needed, and basically a lot of the clothing repeated from some of the stuff we've done in the past with Beauty and the Beast. Now we have cottage living, so there's a lot more options and things like that, but it's a lot better for the females, I would say. So when it comes to doing male characters, you know, the cast catalog is just not as great, and so we still have kind of a problem where I get a little bit repetitive in the clothing choices. But across the board for a lot of these Beauty and the Beast characters, I've really liked to do the cropped pants look, which I actually went with a longer pant for Prince Adam here in the beginning, but it does switch to that cropped pants. And those pants are actually from Spa Day. I hope that they don't look too, like, I don't know what they're supposed to be, but to me, I feel like you throw a pair of tights underneath them and you match them with a shirt that kind of covers up the waistband across the top, and they look somewhat time appropriate. They also come in like muted sort of colors so that it can match the time period, or like what I think goes well for the time period. We also have his classic blue outfit that you would most think of when you think of his character. And we have one in game that I will say definitely resembles his live action version a lot better. I would be surprised to know that the version that is in the game is like not based after the live action Beauty and the Beast, because it is so close that it's almost uncanny. It's actually a special outfit from Get Famous that I believe you unlock from the acting career, or it's one of those costumes. And the second I saw it and I knew that it was in the game, I knew that we were going to have to use it for the Beast. It's just literally so perfect, and it's one of the only times that I feel like we're going to be able to get a close resemblance to some of the things that the princes wear. We really are lacking in like royal style clothing, but this is like the one opportunity where I feel like even though it's not the dark deep like royal blue, it's kind of like a powder blue that's more close to the live action, it's still really close and I absolutely love it. He has a few options for clothing as far as like maybe more tattered or less tattered, more buttons open on the shirt, some staining on the clothing, some not stained on the clothing. I wanted to make him look a little bit more raggedy, dirty, maybe his clothes are not as washed. In his beast form, his hair is a little bit longer, and then in his Prince Adam form, a lot of the clothes are just kind of normal, but they are there as an option for storytelling purposes, as well as some outfits being barefoot or without the tights, because in his beast form in the movie, he's very often shown not wearing shoes, because they probably wouldn't fit. So his beast form, he doesn't have shoes in a lot of his outfit choices, and you'll notice that they are more of like the raggedy options compared to his human version. Now, like I said, for this beast version, it is really not what I want it to be. It's just something that the game is like extremely limiting me on. We have no body hair in The Sims. We don't have very many beard options, which I was hoping I might be able to add a little something to, you know, just give him more facial hair. But really, the only way that this was going to look right is if I was able to get hair all over the body in like a werewolf type of form. Beast also has horns, and I think horns would really make a difference here. So instead what I've opted for is the lighter colored beard and eyebrows, which are close to his beast version, where he does actually have kind of like a lighter goatee style beard and then these big chunky lighter eyebrows that are a little bit heavier. He has very normal looking eyes in his beast form, so I gave him his same shade of eyes but in a lighter blue color. They're actually like the glowing ones that are exclusive to occult Sims. And then of course we want to make use of like the vampire decals the best that we possibly can. So I did deepen the eyes, give him some darker eyeshadow, give him some scarring on the cheeks. I actually also put a little bit of dirt on his face and some scarring because it's clear in both versions of the movie that he doesn't regularly bathe in his beast form before he met Belle, so he might be a little bit more dirty. Now, as far as the choice for the face details, these like cracked skin vampire details, I feel like out of all of the options in the catalog, it's probably one of the closest ones to resemble anything relating to fur. So that's ultimately why I decided to make that choice instead of doing more like skin. Some of them make the skin look really heavy and deep and just give deep wrinkles, and it wasn't necessarily the best look. It's something that I've done in the past with some spooky characters that I've tried to make look more like skeletons or really emphasize some of the cheek structure and stuff like that. But for Beast, I didn't really want to do that. So other than that, kind of just trying to mimic some of the general shapes of the eyes, of the nose, capture some of those animalistic features. Wasn't able to replicate the teeth as well. His bottom teeth kind of stick outside of his mouth. So again, really something that I'd like to come back and update. I did actually opt for the longer hair for his beast look as well, with the variation in the color and the gray tones and all of that in there. So I hope with what the game has that you guys like Prince Adam / the Beast, and stay tuned for the next Creative Sim video, which will be the castle staff, Cogsworth, Lumiere, Mrs. Potts, and more. Let me know what you thought of it in the comment section down below. If you would like to support the Disney Save on Patreon, you can do so by clicking the link in my description box down below or the one at the end of the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Hit that little bell icon below to turn on post notifications so you can get updated every single time I post. And I will talk to you all in the next one.